Alright, so this is take one, of course, of this video, and I just wanted to share a quick thought that I had literally just now, and I was like, why not make a video about it, because this literally defines what my life has been for quite a long time, actually. This might sound like I'm bragging, but I'm not. This is true. Just like some people have said that, that I'm good looking in my country, because in other countries, of course, I'd be ugly as fuck. Some people, a good amount, a good handful, have said that I'm smart after seeing me talk or whatever else. The thing is, I'm a capable person. I'm very capable, and I'm probably even more capable than I think, more than I can imagine. And I'm not special. Like, you're also more capable than you can imagine. So, the thing is, the quick thought was, I just saw a video on Instagram. I was scrolling. I shouldn't do that because I have a lot of shit to do. That was like, how it feels to be capable but lazy. And it was just like pictures of a bunch of supercars dusted up because they're not being used as they should, right? And of course, that's a good analogy because your brain, your soul, your body, everything you are not being operated as you should or at your highest level. And the thing is, it also reminded me of a certain quote, which goes, what you are accepting, or something like that, where you're accepting, you're choosing. What what you're choosing not to change, you're accepting. It goes something along the lines of that. Maybe you know which quote I'm talking about. Maybe I should research it, and maybe research it. Fuck, I cannot speak. And maybe talk about it in a different video, like, because I forgot who said it. But, yeah. The time is going to pass by anyway, and the same amount of time is going to pass in the same amount of time. You know, like, you're still going to live that time at the same speed. So, since time is going to pass by anyway, it only matters the things that you do that benefit you in the long run. Just think about it. You shouldn't be doing things that won't benefit you at all in the long run. And even if it's like, this goes quite deep, and you can analyze it and see that it's true in every way because of what it could imply. Like, let's say, for example, you do something bad, like you drink one day, but that is a thing that will probably benefit you in the long run, because you will be like, that was a cool experience if you do it one day, right? So things like indulging in your guilty pleasures, whether that's porn or simple doom scrolling or eating junk food or staying up super late, like, those are things that are not going to help you. That maybe they give you pleasure in the instant, but they don't amount to anything in the future. You know, tomorrow you're not going to remember how that brownie tasted that you ate today. You know, tomorrow you're not going to remember the thousands of reels or TikToks or YouTube shorts that you watched today. So that won't amount to anything good. And that time you could have spent probably fucking learning a skill. Like, dude, you can literally look up on YouTube how to fly an airplane, and you can learn that in like 20 minutes or less. You can learn how to literally fly a fucking airplane. Maybe it won't be of any use, but it's cool as fuck. That is something that will last forever. Like, damn, you're just a person walking around that knows how to fly a fucking airplane. That is super cool, you know? Even if you're not like actually showing this to anybody, but it's just like a very small example. There's so many skills that you can learn, and not even just skills, but so many things that you could do, that you could invest your time on. I don't know if, well, you definitely don't know this, but I was recently playing video games because my PS5 is still there. I don't have a PC. If I were to actually take video games seriously, I would buy a PC. But it's an old PS5. I've had it for quite a while, and I've started playing PS4 games in there because I'm not buying new games on PS5. I don't really want to do that. And I, not long ago, and even right now, I noticed those numbers, and I remember them right now. I realized that, I spent hundreds upon hundreds of hours in certain games like Mortal Kombat, Ghost of Tsushima, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and there are some other video games, but yeah. Like imagine if I had spent all that time doing something good, you know? Like for example, you know about well, you probably don't know about it, but there is a rule. It's called the 100-hour rule. That if you spend 100 hours in total in a year on a certain skill, you would be better than most people in the world at that skill, better than 95% of people in the world. So imagine if all those hundreds of hours had been spent on probably studying a field, for example. You would be better than 95% of fucking people on that. Imagine if you would study fucking computer science, I don't know, whatever you wanted to, studying math, studying social studies, or how the world works. Imagine the person you would be if you had done that, you know? And it's not too late. Those are two things that you should know. It's not too late, but one of the worst things you can do as a human being and as a person who has limited time and as a young person and as a person that in this age is think that you have time. You don't. You don't have time. It's not too late, but you don't have time. That is something you should know. That is something you should keep in mind. Because one of the worst things that anybody can ever do is think they have time and act as if they have time, because there's no sense of urgency in your brain. And this probably happens especially, or goes especially to people who have ADHD or people who don't really focus that much on their work. And they can only focus when it's on a tight deadline, right? Only on last minute. And you could say that's me. You have to create a sense of urgency to yourself, but also a sense of don't give up, because it's not too late. So don't give up, but don't be a lazy bitch. Okay? Do it right now. The best time to have started doing the good things that can get you to a better life, a much better life, a life you cannot even imagine, were long ago. The second best time is now, and you know this. So, get to work. That's really all there is. Goodbye.